All right, welcome back, everybody. Yeah, today, I am working on getting this bit here done. So today I will be adding in stuff here to fill up the background here, so we actually have something to work with, and that we actually have a nice thing to work around. So allow me to show you what I mean. So with that said, where did I left? Oh, there it is. All right. So if I want to do this, I need to make sure that I have this like on this side so that I actually can show you guys what I mean here. So today I will be working on this. So I want to create stuff here. Not on, please do something like this. Yeah. So I want to build something here. And then of course, a nice little backpack here sitting around, something like this. And of course, adding some stuff here and there. Like paper scrolls. There you go. So now we have a backpack to work around with. And then of course paper, a book, and some ruined slabs as well. Why not? Add some ruined slabs as well in there. There you go. So that's what I'm aiming for. So by doing that, we actually have some stuff here that we can actually aim for. So we can then actually get something like this, and then add, grass here, here again. So we actually have like, something to work around with. But yeah, that's the idea. And I want that to be a little bit more uppity, like so. Yeah, like so. All right, so now we have actually something to work around with. So slabs, things like that. Some bits and pieces, why not? And that will give us a way to get this thing filled up, so we can then we're able to fill up this bit of the drawing part. So we actually then have a focus point here. And then we can actually then, make something over here later down the line. So that's at least what I'm aiming for. Now let me see if I can get that right. So if we want to make a backpack, we want to draw a backpack like something like that. So draw a backpack like let's see if we can find something like no, yeah, backpack for traveling. I don't need to draw a backpack. Really? So if we want to create something, we can actually create something like this, for instance. Oh, well, hold up. There you go. We can draw something like this, for instance, to create that backpack feeling towards it. I think, honestly, this is actually a far better idea. But yeah, you can see that that is not going to be workable, mainly because of it not being looking at. But this is like, a decent drawing to go for. So now that we have an idea of what we're aiming for, getting towards, I think the best thing to go for is now drawing it. So let me just see if I can get that right. So with the backpack here that we have like, a square bit. So technically we can aim for, so we can aim for a backpack that is actually, squared a bit. But I also think that this is actually quite a cool idea. So we're gonna go for something like this. Something like this, and then add in a nice looking effect here with so let's see if I can get that right. So we want to create something like this, maybe. So that should then work. And then we want to create that feeding towards it. So now we have actually a nice looking bag. So now we have a bag to work around with. And of course this bag needs to be a little bit more to the sideline. So here we go. So with that said, we have now a backpack. Now we can actually get some stuff in there. So first things first, we want to actually add some stuff in here. Like yeah, let's put this one on a little bit more on shady ground. There you go. So we have now this. I actually want to create this a little bit more like so. Then we're gonna go here. So now we have, you know, a nice looking bottle. Like that. And then we're gonna go for some paper scrolls, so I think we're gonna go for something like this, maybe? Something like that. Then we're gonna be adding in some more stuff. So now we have some paper scrolls. I actually also want to add in some nice looking rope right there. Some nice rope. And then we also need to add some more stuff to it. So these are the paperwork scroll departments. Then I also want to add some more stuff to it. So maybe, you know, some nice looking crystal maybe as well. Oh yeah, I can actually add some more crystals here and there to get it all running. Like that. And then I need to add something here as well. Like a grappling hook. Alright, now we have actually something to work with. Ooh. Then we're gonna be adding in some more stuff, so let's do that. Alright. So now we have done that. Now we need to add some more stuff to it as well. So I think, some nice little sticks. Like that would actually work. Nice. Alright. So with that said, it should then work properly, I hope. Let me guess. If I have this now, we actually are, well, we're almost there. We're not yet there yet, but we're now having a nice little bag that we can actually aim for. So let's just add some nice bag effect to it. There we go. Now we have done that, we can now add some more stuff to it. So let's add do I want that to be like that? No. Do I want it like that then? Maybe. But this should also work, I think. Alright, so now we actually have something to work with. Now we're gonna add some more stuff to it because, well, we clearly do need to do that. So I think, a nice little orb right there. And then some nice looking slabs. All right. Ooh, I can make it into an urn. That is actually quite a cool idea. Hmm. I think this is the best option here. So now we have a nice looking bottle here as well, with some nice. So now we have actually some stuff here to work around with. Now let's see if I can get this right. So let's go first for saving, and then we're going to be aiming to add the things that I want to add in there. So let's just add in the right colors for this a bit. It's an old drawing, but it does have exactly what I want here, so let's just use that to create what I want. And do I want that? No, I don't want that. So that's one thing that I don't want. And then I need to have the color for the stick. That is over here, probably. There you go. Now we've done that part. Now we're gonna go aiming for this part. First we're gonna add in watercolor. Okay. Now we've done that, now we can actually aim for the crystals and then get the crystals done, and then once the crystals are done, it should be all fine. So let's just first do this. Oh, right. Then we're gonna go for the paper scrolls, which is this color. There we go. Now we're gonna be aiming to aim for this one. There we go. And then we're gonna go for the simple sticks. Right, and then we're gonna now go for the back color. So what I need to do here is now adding a back color to it. So let's go for travel back color. Travel back color. Yep, travel back color. Drawing. Let's see, image. So we have this. It's not great, but we have brownish. We could go for brownish or more leathery like. I think leathery brown could work. So that is more of a orange factor. If I'm correct, it is. Yeah, it is. Alright, so now we have this orange factor coloring. And I need to keep on realizing that I will have grass everywhere. So I need to be also very worried about that part. Alright. Then we're gonna go aiming for the first bit of it. A little. Alright. Oh, for fuck's sake. Give me that. Alright, then we're gonna go for a darker color. And then we're gonna go now for some bluish effect. Do I want blue? Or do I want red? I think since I'm already having red, it actually makes more sense to add more red to it. Alright, so we're gonna go then for red version. There we go. Nice. And then we can also add like a nice little simple and then we're gonna need some rope. I think orange is actually a better choice for this. There we go. And now we're gonna go for the orb. Nice. Now we're gonna go back to pottery, which is actually this color with 5 to it. Easy. Nope. Nice. So with that said, let's put these things back now. All right. So do I want this thing to be up front or below? Up front, no, below. I want this thing to be low, and then I need to make sure that I have that bit colored up properly. There you go. Now I actually have that done. Let's see. So if I have now this, oh, that actually looks quite cool. I now need to add some grass to it as well soon, but first things first, let's add another thing to it, color. There you go. And then we need to add in a darker color, so like 25. There we go. Now we have done that. And now we need to add in the thing that I need to add. So first things first, this is one bit. This needs to actually have a shadow. Well, it's not going to be a big shadow, but it's going to be a shadow nonetheless. There you go. All right. Now let's see if I can get that nice looking grass up and running. And then of course I need to erase the rest, but yeah, let's save it for now. And see how this turns out. Ooh, Yep, that looks good. I like it. Alright, I will leave it here for now. And thanks for watching. And I hope I'll see you next time. Until then, I want to wish you a lovely day. Oh, hello, Nikki. I'm the first. You're nice drawing. Thank you, Nika. So yeah, as you can see, I have been busy today. I drew the backpack in, so that's the thing that I have now drawn in. And then tomorrow I will be focusing on getting the grass done. So I need to do then the cutting here, the cutting there, some bits here of fixing the line work here so that it actually all looks nice. The main issue that I had with this with that is always that I need to take a little bit of a time backwards for it. So I probably will do this after my cooking for today. So probably around 7 I will be working, but then again I might be playing some video games with friends, so it depends on that part. But yeah, tomorrow definitely this grass bit will be done. I have cut it short here, mainly because I want to add some stuff here as well. Because as noticed, I want to separate the bits of the grass where I need to separate it. So here is going to be a separation, and then here is going to be a separation. And then with that, I will be able to create depth. So I can make here a big giant tree that is, where the tail is curling around. So allow me to just grab. Where is the stupid thing? Here's the stupid thing, but that thing is not. Yeah, there you go. I will just do this to give you a bit of a heads up, like how I'm gonna be aiming to do it. So then just grab this and put it there. So this is what we focused on today, so that we actually have something to look at from this side. So once I pick up a good color for this, blue would actually be a good one. So if you look, for instance, oh, that is way too small for this. So if you look with your eye into this drawing, you can see that this point is now also a focus point. So you have multiple focus points. Here's one, there is one, and this big giant dinosaur right here is one. So with that already set, we have already created the depth so that you can actually look from point A, so point A, here you use point A, to point B. So with that, we already have a depth that we actually can move to. But of course, this depth can also be then more implemented by creating something over here so that we can create a spatial effect that goes two ways, so that we actually have a pathway, or well, a big giant roller coaster to the center point, which is actually the bomb. So with that in mind, I was planning to build a big giant tree here. So build a big giant tree here on this part of the stump to create a nice, well, breakable tree. So it's like broken, like so. I think that's the word for it, right? Yeah. So like this. So it's a broken tree, with of course the other bit of the log being separated and then put in here. So we have like the tree here, and then we have like multiple rocks again on this side. So we actually have something to work with. This creates a nice looking effect, but mainly because we have this tree right here. So we have here a main focus point of, the tree. So here is a nice looking tree-ish. It's a little bit difficult with the, no lines, but yeah, when you have a tree right here that is broken down, or either broken or created in such a way that we actually have sway, so we can actually technically make it that it is a fully grown out one. But with that said, I need to make sure that if I do that, so if I create this nice looking vern, I need to make sure that I have still the focus points set on this center. So I need to make sure that I have, well, this bit focused up. So if I want to create a tree, I rather have actually a broken vern than a fully grown one, because then I can actually, well, make this happen in the background. So I can make something happen in here in the background. But technically I could also go for this. Then I have already filler for this part, but I prefer to technically have a broken version of it. So that we actually have like, a broken Vern version. And then we have, the other side, like, twisted in this direction maybe. And then we can add here rubble to create that a feeling that it actually was broken down by this creature. Because, it was forcing its way into or through the bush line. So then we can actually also implement here one, and then this one we actually can make into a flower version because this one is in the background rather than this one that is in the foreground. So the background, background, foreground. And that is the main issue why I actually wanted to have this to be broken down. With that then said, let's see if I can fully get this right. I don't know if I can get this right in one go, but then once we have that done, we can actually add some more stuff to it. So we can actually make like a nice little jungle area, which has an open place. So we could technically make this like, highlighted, or we can make it dark looking. Both ways actually work. So yeah, that is the plan. So this is the plan. This is what it is now. So we have now this. And then tomorrow or tonight, tomorrow or tonight I will be able to get this finished. It all depends if my hand is actually doing well. Mainly because the grass is gonna be taking a long time to complete because, well, I need to I have now drawn the basic idea of it, and then I need to fix up the bits here and there, and then I need to add in the detail work, which takes a long time. All right, I will leave it for now. But yeah, thanks all for watching, and I hope you all have a lovely day. And yeah, I cannot wait for this to be finished, definitely, but it's always taking so fucking long to get a thumbnail done properly when I'm not focusing on small arts compared to big ones. I think this one takes a little bit more time because I'm actually trying to get the grass into the right style instead of having the grass like back in 4 years ago. I don't know if I have it fully here, but I think I have some of it. I do have the full version of it, don't I? I might have. Where is it? Here is the full version. So no blur version, here you go. So, this was 4 years ago when I started, when I was drawing. You can see that I did the same kind of texture effect on this. But the idea of this one, for instance, you can see that it is not fully completed or fully workable. But yeah, now, boom. So this is the Heartmath project. You can also see that this does have some things here and there that do create the feeling of it. But I was, this is more of a realistic style than the other one. Well, not realistic. It's realistic, not realistic. It is technically, yes, but yeah, you can see the improvement on the work on the grass. So when I implement the Toonie style of the grass, I actually want to make sure that the Toonie art style for the grass is also the same. So when you have, like, for instance, when you have the New Year's version, you can see that the grass is a little bit meh. But it gets to the point where I want to be. And now with this, I have a lot more of a juicy ground because I want to make this look like a lush ground instead of rocky texture with volcano with a lava lake in the middle. All right. So yeah, I hope I'll see you next time. And this was fun, definitely. But yeah, sorry if I was a little bit quiet, but it requires a lot of focus to get these things done properly in the right things in the right style. So yeah. I hope you'll enjoyed for now, and thanks for watching, and bye! And this one.